finished his playing career in Europe. Devin, who was then 15, moved from Michigan to Mississippi to train with him.
And that kind of toughness is crucial to have at a young age. Thanks, D.A. Doris, late season, several championship contenders preparing their postseason strategies. It's fun to watch, and the maneuvering going on. How important you think in earning home court advantage versus being your healthiest takes advantage.
Yeah, I think if you were going to talk to any of the head coaches in the NBA, they would say to you they will always take health over home court advantage. The other thing they would say to you, Kevin, is I would rather be rested than ready. And so both of those things are important.
Interesting. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Jackson, the young perimeter pair. Monroe is out there with O'Neal. As Bledsoe in at the one spot. It's good. Booker's got the first basket of the game for Phoenix.
Guys, what a terrific feel for the young Booker who knows exactly how to take what the defense gives him.
The officials are all over that. The Rockets shooting their first free throws here tonight. That free throw good from Silva. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Houston on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Executed on the road, stay focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
Ball for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the leg.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Paul. No good. Good D by Bledsoe. A drive by Booker. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And it's the Suns with the ball. Nice work there coming off the screen. Booker's got 7.
Oh, fantastic. Catch and shoot. A lot of times that comes from Booker's terrific
This is exactly how he wanted to start the match.
He's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
The Suns shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one. No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And again, that three-point shot from Silva. He's got 9.
You know about Paul, he sees everything as it develops. That time he hits the wide open man.
Bledsoe a screen on Capella. Booker inside, guarded by Harden. Stolen by Harden. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got his first 2 points.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this game. They're finding very good shots early on.
Monroe sets a screen for Bledsoe. Screen by O'Neal. He's at the pick. Just 5 on the clock. And Booker kicks to Monroe. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebound. Jackson, rejected by Silva, and he's able to get it back. And he gets it back.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
There's the triple. Kicked away. Harden. And the rejection by Monroe. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Suns on defense. Out of bounds. Will go to the Suns. We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. They double-team Bledsoe. Here's Monroe. Here's Jackson. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
And he's really great at shooting after missing, using those long arms and quick instincts to snag rebounds.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Here's Booker. Coming off a solid outing against Portland. Hey, Greg, when you watch Josh Jackson play, it's easy to see that he can eventually be one of the best defenders in the league if he works at it.
The blocks and steals, I think, will always be there for Jackson with that win. As he progresses as a player, though, he should improve in the little things. Of a young Andre Iguodala at times, with how explosive he can be athletically.
Right at the free throw line, the Rockets pull it in. Cabela's got his 3rd rebound in the night. Silva the basketball, and he banks in the lane. Paul's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Booker is screen on Bolt. Screen by Monroe. Harden against Booker. Off the screen. Here's O'Neal. And Cabela sends it back. They get it back. They grab their own miss. O'Neal misses.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Josh Jackson. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's right around 5 points a night, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role. Knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
And it's Monroe, top of the key. Clean work defensively by Capella.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
And Booker kicks to Bledsoe. Out front with his 3. Houston's got 2 from Jackson with the block.
And Jackson is an impressive defender, using his huge wingspan to turn away shots. Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right. Can't
Of course, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing your basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. My son one time said to me, when we were watching games, he said, "Mom, you have to understand we're having fun."
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial.
Catching up in the changes for Houston. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Clay Capella. Andres Harrell comes in for Green, and Wells is subbed in for James Harden. Here's a screen by Chris. Just 5 to shoot. Down low, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop. Silva, guarded by Jackson. Feeds it to Harrell. Chance there to take the lead, missing.
And already they've taken out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Booker with it, now guarded by Wells. Here's a screen by Chris. Shot clock at 5. by Jackson. Silva on the base to Chandler. He dishes it to Webb. At 6, tries from 10. Chandler gets to Aaron. Tries again. And on the line, and Eric 18 points for him.
They're riding that high.
Passes it to Chris. Back to Booker. He set the pick. Now, here's Lewis. He is defended by Hill. And a piece of it. Oh, a fast break for the Rockets. Wells is running. Offensive rebound. Here's Silva. And another three for Houston.
Really good pressure from his size. Chandler always keeps his head up, looking for opportunities to help his team.
There's a screen by Chris. It's rebounded by Houston. Chandler's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And the shot goes in.
Great ball movement there.
Suns trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The dish to Booker. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And had the right to be there calling for the screen, but he was just slow to get to the spot and didn't get set.
Yeah, just a matter of he needs to be there a split second earlier. Not much room for error when you're setting a screen.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. Good substitution here. Genius. Monroe's checked in for Bender. O'Neal comes in for Chris. Booker, he's checked in for Jackson. And it's Ed Bledsoe in for Ewing. The 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Michael Green is out there with Chandler, and it's Silva in at the 3 slot. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Booker dishes to Knight. Wow. Harden the pass to Paul. Silva, defended by Booker. No good from Silva. And Booker kicks to Knight. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Knight's got it back down to within single digits for the Suns. The pass to Chandler. And he uses the glass on the layup. Chandler's got his second bucket tonight.
Percentage-wise, Chandler has forever been the best at finishing around the rim.
In by O'Neal. Bledsoe dishes to O'Neal. Back to Bledsoe. In by Monroe. Pocket five. Chandler with the steal. Ball against Bledsoe. Here's Silva. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 12-point Rocket lead.
Well, there you go. Don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Near the 3-point line, it's Bledsoe. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Saying that's been the story of this guy's life. He can't get anything with the ball.
And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. For Houston, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
That's good from Silva. Of course, we've heard plenty of coaches say it. If you're going to take it to the rack, man, take it strong. Who would you say are some of the more aggressive numbers that you see in the NBA now?
Yeah, so on his own, creating his own opportunities at the rim, mostly Westbrook comes to mind, LeBron James, even sometimes I feel like he's going to tear the backboard extension. DeAndre Jordan sometimes are the recipients of either offensive rebounding, putback, great dunks. There are so many, Kevin. Those are just a couple of names in mind.
I mean, Antetokounmpo kid in Milwaukee, the way he is so long and seemingly out of place, and then all of a sudden those arms extend another 3 feet and he dunks it. How in the world did he reach it? How did he do that?
The guy is like a jackal. The guy can take off from the top of the field and cover ground and throw it down. It's unbelievable.
team. Bledsoe with he had 10 points in the win against Portland. Screen by Monroe. Knight passes to Bledsoe. Offline with his three.
Struggling to make shots this quarter and making it hard to catch up.
Houston moving it around. Harden against Knight. Harden the pass to Silver. He kicks to Chandler. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Booker. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
How about the ability to adjust after the contact? Booker, the score in the end one.
Well, you watch the way Booker plays on the offensive end, and everything just comes so easily for him, Doris.
Yeah, no doubt, Kev. Certain aspects of his style have led to comparisons to James Harden. Certainly he is an elite scorer, but he also has the ability to create for others out of the pick and roll.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Here's Silva. Kicks it out to Harden. Another miss by Houston.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
Bledsoe kicks to Monroe. Back to Bledsoe. 6 on the shot clock. And here we go. Fast break. Ball's got it. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
He just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one. And it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
Rockets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. That's good from Silva.
And it took them a while to find their touch at the line, but they have been red hot here in the second quarter.
The Rockets making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Allen falls, so he hits both of them.
They've upped their percentage to around 90 from the line today. Great job this quarter.
And the Suns call time here. Push for a win against Portland.
And anytime you can get the looks they got and have the ability to shoot it like they do, that is a lethal combination.
Field goal percentage and how impressive that was. They seem to be knocking everything down.
Knight dishes to Booker. Screen by O'Neal. Monroe sets a screen for Bledsoe. Just 5 to shoot. O'Neal a screen on Anderson. Near the 3-point line, it's Bledsoe. And the shot no good, a bit short.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
With 3, Booker. Chandler with the rebound.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first. He hasn't had one since.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Rockets.
And their guards have been the difference maker. This lead wouldn't be nearly as big as it is if it wasn't for that backcourt. Those guys have been running wild.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Silva.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. Here's Knight. Chandler with the puck.
Tremendous execution, great position. Chandler scoping that one the entire way. As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
Bledsoe outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Now that we have a moment, let's see who have been the top assist teams in the league this season. In second, the Rockets.
And a team that shares the ball will create opportunities for the right player to score.
And the Suns making a change here. Jackson set in. Silva, guarded by Jackson. Silva on the pass to Anderson. Pass to Silva. Stolen by Monroe. And here comes Jackson, leading the fast break. And a foul, pulling on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2
Jackson kind of forces the issue there on the drive, using that athleticism and quickness well to get to the foul line.
Here's Silva, and he drops in the layup off the glass. 37 points for him.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on the hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. You're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Monroe. Shot clock at 6. And Chandler sends it back. Here's Harden. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
You know, after not scoring a single point in the first quarter, they're still feeding him, and he's showing his appreciation.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. So for the Suns, Bender comes in for Monroe, and Hugh is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
Remember, back in 2012, James Harden was the 6th man of the year. Now, he's every bit a franchise player.
And here's Booker. 14 points for him. Outside Jackson. O'Neal against Anderson. Booker with no one around. Taps in the tray. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's his first triple of the second period, third of the game.
Here's Anderson. Trails the baseline jumper. And the Rockets lead by 21.
And no doubt they've been the more efficient team in this first half.
Well, I think they're getting quality shots, and it's thanks to how aggressive they have been in this half. I don't think the pass could be better played. It's a great assist.
The Browns will go to the Suns.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Houston taking an 18 lead into the break.
Thank you very much. 5 threes in the first half. Was that an area of emphasis for you coming into the game?
You know, it wasn't something that I set out to do, but I have been able to take what they've been giving me on offense. I've had some extra space, and they've dropped back, and I've had to keep them honest by putting up shots from the deep. If they make a change, then I'll counter and do what I can to keep the offense flowing.
Well, you have flowed like a river so far in that first half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back to the second half of basketball right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game so far we're seeing from Silva.
And we saw his work over the first 2 quarters, really pushing the action and consistently finding the open man.
It felt like he owned that first half because he involved his guys with his passes, found different ways to take advantage of the defense.
And Phoenix looking what they've got on the floor. Booker the 2 and Jackson the 3, the up-and-coming wing pair. Greg Monroe is out there with O'Neal. As Bledsoe in at the point guard position. Jackson setting the pick here for Booker. Outside Jackson. Dishes it to Bledsoe. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Harden. And he goes up strong with one hand, pushes it down.
But they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
Screen by Monroe.
say, great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Here's Monroe, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Silva. Boom! Shows it straight down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Suns trail by 21. On the way, Jackson. Creams the three-pointers. Jackson's got 6.
Well, people are always talking about his scoring, but Bledsoe, very good vision as well. To open the third.
Monroe with a screen on Paul. Here's Bledsoe, and Capella saves it. And they're pushing it up. Outside Green. Screen by Capella. Here's Silva. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The feed to Booker. Back to Jackson. Kicks it to Booker. Over Harden. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 5.
Yeah, and that's a pure hustle play. Getting to the offensive glass.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong defensive rebounder. Here's Capella. The shot comes out. Some solid defense there from Jackson. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And Monroe kicks to Bledsoe. Screen by O'Neal. Booker in the corner for 3. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Booker's got 20.
Sound mechanics, soft touch. Booker will be deadly from beyond the arc for a long, long time.
Here's Silva. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
Feeds it to Capella. Can't hit from in close.
Challenging the shot has almost the same effect as blocking it.
No doubt, especially when the shooter knows that a defender is draped all over him. That kind of activity alters.
And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the ring is a key for him in getting those open shots on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. I mean, opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the lane. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
And the Suns fall time here. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Yeah, and their last time against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. Bledsoe kicks to Jackson. It's tipped. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. The Suns need to get a shot off. Phoenix, no good that time either. Houston leading by 18. Here's Silva. On the 3 off target. On the wing, Jackson. He's guarded by...
Sorry guys, sorry. It's my wife. He's sleeping, sonambulous. Sleeping, walking sleep.
Silva, and there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Improving catch and shoot game. Bledsoe no longer needs to put the ball on the floor to get his points.
Houston making a switch. Dinwiddie's checked in. Capella kicks to Green. Dinwiddie passes to Silva. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. And the foul on Bledsoe. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the Heat.
Brandon Knight's checked in for Phoenix. Capella dishes to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Silver. And he banks in the lane.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Booker kicks to Jackson. To the inside. Here's Monroe. And he gets the bucket. Monroe's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Rockets leading by 18. Silva, guarded by Jackson. Here's Silva. Green, the screen. Down low. And another basket here from Silva. And the Rockets lead by 20.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Phoenix has gone into the 3-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Knight passes to Jackson. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Jackson has got the complete package down low. Loves putting the D in a compromising position.
Doris, you graduated as your university's all-time assist leader. What do you think is the most important trait for becoming a great guard, a great playmaker?
Well, I think obviously you have to have a pretty good handle because generally you're going to absorb some pressure in the middle of the game. But I think the other part of that is, Kevin, you've got to be someone who enjoys watching someone else score as much as you enjoy scoring yourself.
I think this makes you such a great analyst because you had to know as a guard everybody's role and everybody's movement on a certain play.
You know, that's a great point. I've always said being a point guard is the perfect position to come out and analyze. 100% right.
Tyson Chandler is checked in for Clint Capella. Both free throws good from Silva. Suns trail by 20. Ulis kicks tonight. And the pass to Chris. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Chris has got 10.
Well, you love the aggressiveness. Chris not drifting around on the outside. He's getting it done in the painted area.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on his second chance points.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Phoenix calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Silva.
Well, you wonder if with this timeout they're going to shake things up defensively because everything they've thrown at him to this point has not worked. He's on a roll.
Suns trail by 20. Outside Jackson. Here's Bender, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Knight passes to Chris. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
I'll tell you, good work to pound it down low and finish in tight.
Here's Silva. Gordon, the pass to Silva. And he pushes nicely on the way. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Just killing them on the interior.
Outside Jackson. He feeds it tonight. There's the pick from deep. That one doesn't drop. The Rockets go the other way with it. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now here's Bender. Defense right on him. Outside Knight. Inside. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, you saw that Chris is willing to potential and one. Go ahead, young man. Nice work.
Booker, he's checked in for night. Rockets leading by 19 points. The dish to Wells. And the free ball is good. Wells has got 5 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball move.
Now, here's Ulis. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Pass to Chris. From outside the arc. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Teams value the three so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. In second, the Rockets.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Silva, the pass to Chandler. Outside Gordon. Silva, guarded by Jackson. Here's Silva. Rebound by the Suns. Jackson's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And Booker kicks to Ulis. Over Gordon. Ulis, good.
Now, Kev, how about that setup? Booker with the impressive vision finds the open man, makes the game easy.
Gordon, the pass to Silva. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Here's a look at the stats for Devin Booker. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's getting around 20 points per, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. It's been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
This is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Stolen by Anderson. Here's Silva. No good from outside. Suns trail by 20. Pass to Ulis. 1:14 left in the third. Passes it to Chris. Antoine with his three. Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The pass to Silva. Fires from deep. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Chris. Chris with another miss. Houston leading by 20. Here's Silva. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
I love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passing.
Chris kicks to Ulis. Outside Jackson. A free ball. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Anderson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Now Ulis, looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Here's Booker. But he gets it back.
Yeah, yet another one, right? Lighting it up tonight, Kevin. Booker with the talent and confidence to go on these kinds of scoring binges.
And so it's Houston sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. Come down to the wire, but you never know. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. So on the floor for Houston, we've got Wells, Ryan Anderson out there with Harrell, and it's Chris Paul, and it's Silva in at the 3 spot. Out to the right wing, Wells wide open. It's good from long range. Wells has got the 4th quarter Jackson. Back to Booker. To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Silva. Some solid defense there from Jackson. On offense, here are the sides. Booker dishes to Jackson. End of the pass to Jackson. Here's Chris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
What an incredible night for Marquese Chriss. If he can learn to score like this on a regular basis.
Houston moving it around. Here's Silva. Wells in the corner. Pass to Silva. Over Jackson. And again, the Rockets good for two.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this league.
Ulis kicks to Booker. Dishes it to Bender. Here's Chris. The rebound by Anderson. For Houston, they've gone 2 or 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter start. No problem breaking that one down.
And he can sweat in the water.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Chris kicks to Ulis. Booker outside. Pass to Chris. That one goes. Counted. Chris has got 11 in the second half.
Boy, he's carried his share of the load tonight. He might need to carry even more if they're going to turn this thing around.
With the shot. Wells kicks the ball. Anderson passes to Silva. Well, something we talk often about instituting a play clock in the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest when someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a three-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that, leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford and Rick Dorland. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
Monroe dishes to Booker. Over Harden. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Good enough there as it goes.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
And Booker kicks to O'Neal. Monroe right side. Shoots over Capella. Monroe's shot is good.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
The Suns have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Booker outside. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist in the game.
Now, high-volume scorer, Booker needs only to raise his percentages a bit to be considered elite in the NBA.
Passes it to Silva. He kicks the ball. Harden outside. From the arc. And he's 6-13. Three-pointer good from Silva.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Here's a screen by Chris. Doris, wearable body tracker, such a sensor the teams use to determine stress load on players' bodies, how much they run during the game, during the practice, how fast they're going. They're taking this thing too far.
It's an excellent question. Listen, technology is increasing to the point where these teams now have a greater body of information with which to work. So I think, just like we see in other areas of the game, analytics relative to team success, what's a good shot, what's a bad shot, the more information, the better. I think it comes down to an organizational decision. How much stress will we put on the information given by these particular body tracking? I think it's going to be on a case-by-case basis. The organizations will have the best ability.
88, 85 mid-range. Why? In Golden State Warrior and the Cavaliers, my mid-range is 19. Why now is 85? I don't know. Okay.
Houston's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of it. At the elbow, Chandler, stolen by O'Neal. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's deflected.
Oh, the freak athleticism. Chris with the tools to be an elite rim protector.
And again, it's the Suns missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
The drive by Jackson. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 5th rebound in this one. Out of bounds will go to the Suns. Bender is checked in for O'Neal. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Woodson.
Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Of course, the new designated player veteran exception allows teams to pay their biggest stars much more money than any other team can offer around the league. How good is that for the league in terms of competitive balance?
Well, you would never, to me, want to see a player like LeBron James or Kevin Durant underpaid relative to their value of the team. I think for a long time, Kevin, that was part of this. And so I'm interested in your take. I want these guys to be fairly compensated. And that's the most important thing.
I do love when a player is developed by a team and stays with that team. We see so few of those instances in pro sports, but a lifelong pacer or a lifelong cellular. I think to me that has great meaning, especially if I were a fan of that team.
Well, we were so used to that as kids growing up. You know, those players stuck with our team for extended periods and many times for their entire career.
Yes.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
You don't see this kind of a blowout off, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Ryan Anderson is checked in for Houston. And there's the pass to Silver. Houston moving the ball around. It's over Ulis. And the shot falls short this time.
Lapsed defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
And the Suns miss again.
Well, with that much space around him, maybe he's better off attacking the
I know that it's little time remaining. Way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
There's 38 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Silva, the pass to Harrell. That's it to Ball. And the ball brings Silva.
And this is how you close out a game. Not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they close.
Great look on that. Just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he might be forced up a little bit. Just needs to take his time and make these shots right now.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
So you see the Rockets take.
We all make mistakes, man. 21 points, 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Okay, 9 turnovers. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much, yeah. I'm better in the mid-range, inside of the box. I am better. Yeah. I have to improve on the thing. Is the pick and roll. The pick and roll I have to improve a lot. A lot.
In the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just switching chances that they could never find. I mean,
once they started to really pour it hard, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
just now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Must have looked as big as a rain barrel tonight. How did you keep that offensive flow going all game?
Honestly, D.A., I don't know how all those shots went in. I mean, my teammates, they just kept looking out for me every trip down the floor, and, I just didn't want to let them down, so I just kept shooting. If it weren't for them, I definitely would not have scored as much as I did. So, I love playing with these guys.
Well, I'm sure the feeling's mutual. Congrats on the win, guys.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew.
You ready for this?
I think so. I've been watching films, getting ready for defensive prep. I mean, it's going to be a lot of looks all these games in a row, but I think I'll be all right.
That's good and all, but this road trip here is the biggest video game tournament of the year. You got your hookups?
Oh, yeah.
How many controllers you got? 4. Nice. I haven't lost one of these tournaments yet, so let's not lose this one either.
Hey, the only thing he takes more serious in the real game is his video games.
Man, my whole life's a video game. Literally.
It's your opinion. You have the right to opinion. To give your opinion. Yeah, one day I'm going to the playground, to the program. Yeah, I know. One day. Perhaps when I come to I come to the 95 overall.
Hey, welcome to the Gatorade Fuel Bar.
I'm good today. Thanks.
All right, see you next time.
Look my buttons. Look. They stopped doing These L2 in the two controllers, they what is the word? They stuck, yeah. They stuck.
Yo, what's up?
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. You got it. You got it. Come on. What up, DJ? right, everybody. Great game last night. One of the best I've been a part of. Now let's keep that focus and that energy going. Aim to be great. Gotta find a way to create more scoring opportunities in transition. All right, everyone, get down to the baseline so we can work on some transition drills. You got it. You got it. Come on. Hey, push. Outstanding effort, gentlemen. Let's start the next.
See you later.
Let's do this.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
plays like you got something to prove. I like it.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
give us. Thanks.
Kyle Kuzma and Miley.
Good friends and family, good food, and good times. Thanks, guys.
Thankful for my family, the firefighters, and all the first responders, and of course, laptop mode.
Peaches. My mom's world famous spaghetti, and social media threads of really cute animals like Welsh corgis, ferrets, fish.
Thankful for the 2K fans, and thankful for all the shoes I have in the back, and thankful for being a Cleveland Cavs fan.
This year I'm thankful for sea salt and vinegar potato chips, firefighters.
I'm thankful for my son's leftover Halloween candy.
My family, my friends, my dad, and the fact that the Sacramento Kings are still in Sacramento.
I'm thankful for our user base. Without them, we would be nothing.
The infinite entertainment of the NBA.
I'm thankful to be working at 2K. Can't be happier than that.
I'm thankful for my grandparents' health. They are lovely people. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for another year making great games. And I'm thankful for you guys as fans.
I'm thankful for my wife for making me lose 120 pounds.
I'm thankful for winning. And yes, that means even at Thanksgiving, you better believe I got all the servings, I got all the finest drinks. We are doing it well at the O'Gallagher household because that's what winners do.
All of our 2K fans across the world, and especially all my Twitter followers and all their constructive feedback.
In 2K, there is nothing like pulling off an amazing dunk. So for 2K18, our devs gathered some of the greatest dunkers in the world to capture their coolest moves.
I just love the art of dunking. Like that 0.2 seconds where you feel you're flying through the air. I just love that feeling.
I do dunks that people steal all the time. I don't think I dunk like LeBron. I think LeBron dunks like me.
To have fun and just do what we do best together. I mean, it's a great experience.
You know, it's a great thing when you get to come together with the best dunkers in the world. You guys get to kind of bounce ideas off of one another and become better dunkers.
I've dunked with these guys before and all over the world, LA, overseas. So just being here with them that do 2K, it's like it's a natural feeling. It's all like a brotherhood almost.
It's something that we do, probably every one of us do every day of our lives. So it's not like a job. It's not work because we love what we do.
I did 2K back in 2013 for 14 and 15, and to get the call to come back for this one was exciting.
I'm actually a 1 and 2 foot dunker, so I have the ability to adjust to what it is that the visual team needs to see from me.
My specialty is 1 foot dunks like Westbrook, Michael Jordan 1 foot stuff, so I'm here to bring the distance and more flashiness.
Wait, let me get that. That's me. That's me and Jeff. Somebody can dunk.
But it's the one hand hang is the thing. 1 foot, 1 hand, and then he kind of hangs on it a little bit.
Alright.
Yeah, I brought a lot of 2 foot slams and a lot of big man dunks.
It feels great to know that I'm being NBA 2K. You know, coming up as a young kid, being able to play the game, and now being able to be here behind the scenes and see what it takes to make it. You know, it's a tremendous honor, and I'm just excited to see how it all comes together.
We asked you guys to send us your tracks from the My Career Recording Studio using the hashtag 2KTVBeats. Let's check them out.
with NBA 2K, and I'm back because we have another 98 in NBA 2K's My Career Mode. NY Flashy is running a playmaking shot creator from the point guard position. He's been able to destroy the competition with Hall of Fame badges for ankle breaker, difficult shots, and tireless score. Sticking to My Career games and taking on NBA competition, Flashy is scoring an insane amount. Imagine your best game of 2K, double it, and you might be in the ballpark of what this guy's doing every game. And one of the most exciting things for us here at NBA 2K is that we've got two guys who are near or at the end of the road to 99, and both of them did it in very different ways, which is exactly what we were hoping for when we created the neighborhood and all the great stuff in NBA 2K18.
Usually every year I grind My Career, and once I'm a 99, I'm going to be in a competitive pro-am. I've been a point guard every year because I feel like everything is on my shoulders, and I want everything to be on my shoulders. I decided to go with shot creator first instead of playmaker because of the badges. Foul score was one of the hardest badges to grind this year, honestly. But it's the most rewarding at the end of the day. I love to fade. I love to dribble. And when I go in the paint, the first thing I do is look to see if anybody's open. If nobody's open, I'll take the shot. Once I get my team together, we're definitely going to make noise.
It is time. The 2KMC is here with your 2K TV Wow top plays of the month. We've seen nasty ankle breakers, sick oops, and clutch buzzer beaters. You voted each week for your favorites, and now you choose who will win a cool $250,000 VC. It's time! First up is last month's winner, Jersey Forever with the between the legs oop, defender's head. How can anyone beat that? Not worth the try with a 360 between the legs putback slam. Finishing with style. Not to be outdone, it's psychotic. Throwing the fast break oop so his teammate can jump over. A double teammate BC dunk off the hoop. Finally, it's Gotti Bebo. Game on the line. Hits the shot. Boom! Game winner. 3 defenders and no problem hitting the clutch shot. So vote now for your top play of the month. The winner is getting $250,000 VC, so choose carefully. And if you want to see your plays here, submit them on social media with the hashtag 2KTVWow. Good luck to the competitors. This is the 2KMC signing off.
That's it for this week, guys. Have an awesome Thanksgiving, and be sure to check in with us next week because we are hanging out with Andre Drummond, and I will see you then.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It's online. Pretty much is for you.
What's going on, fellas? What's good,
Hey,
man?
DJ. I'm just doing some playoff projections. You're still tracking as favorites right now?
Still tracking his favorites for real?
For real.
Aaron, stop. Let his favorite stop.
Numbers are great. Some percentages and what works.
W's don't come from numbers. We still need to perform. So let's just cut out all this chitter chatter until we actually get it done on the court. Feel me? Did Coach just say straight race?
Words are wrong. Keep doing what you're doing.
having outplayed Phoenix the last game. And what really made that advantage a problem was on the right side of the ball.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
Yeah, you know what? The Waters were calm for most of the game. I mean, little resistance, felt like they could get any look they wanted at any time. Fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, the two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the one and the two. Green is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Silva in at the 3 spot. Mark, I know the teams that are out of the playoff race are looking for things to hold on to, things to focus on as they wind their seasons down. Yeah, it's a chance to reinforce good habits. It's a chance to maybe give minutes to younger players to see what you have in them and how they're going to approach the situation they're in. Nothing to play for currently. They still want to be professional and work to improve. Looking at how they handle the little things, the attention to detail, the preparation, the readiness to play, the carrying out of assignments on the court. All of that is valuable as you look to build your team for what's ahead.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked, you're toast. They learned that lesson there. And shot by Smith. I like how Smith goes right at the defense. Actually, I love his attack mentality. He's not shy about shooting it inside. And so here is Houston with the fadeaway. And again, another basket there from Silva.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it. Now here's Lamb. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And that one drops. Robinson's got his first basket of the night. Well, I like watching him get after it on the glass. Now, staying active, usually that leads to good things.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup. Houston
Houston shooting their first free throw of the night. That free throw good from Silva. And the Mavericks ownership amongst the most outspoken and influential in the NBA.
Kevin, that is an understatement on both counts. Outspoken and influential. Their owner is one of the best in sports, I think. Team success has provided credibility, and with the league more forward thinking, and starting to swing again in Dallas's way. You can never afford to put a smaller defender on him. I mean, especially from the mid-range. You're asking for trouble.
Lob pass to Capella. Stolen by Lennon. And the Mavericks bring it up. Uncovered. And Dallas again at the back. Just over 10 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Houston moving the ball around. And gets it to go in. So aggressive. This is so CP3.
Taking 1 second extra to pull the trigger once he gets it.
There's a screen by Robinson.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Smith on the wing. Kicks the lane. The three from Barnes. Rebounded by Capella. Rockets leading by 5. Here's Silva. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 12 points for him.
Yeah, but he's been flat out phenomenal. Superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Smith kicks to one. Back to Smith. Over to the wing. There's Zaplinas. Offensive rebound. Robinson scored the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's Smith. As you can see from his numbers, he's going to keep controlling their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Man, good.
Forcing the ball inside and working like a charm.
Dallas will take possession. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Barnes.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Robinson a screen on pull. There's Zaplinas. No good on the 3.
Not a good pick there, but I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him. I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job. I'll screen.
And the Rockets with possession here. Leading by 5. Turned in Houston.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
It sure did, and they got a lot of scoring from the bench, Greg, and I think that really was the crucial difference.
This checked in for one. And you ask any Houston fan who the greatest player in the history of the franchise is, and they all see Akeem Olajuwon. Clark, who played against Olajuwon. Just how great a player was he? And what does he mean to this Rockets franchise today?
Well, he was special. The first ballot Hall of Famer, brought the only titles in franchise history to the Rockets. You could do everything you want from a big guy. Graceful, strong, presence defensively and on the glass, unselfish. They called him Akeem the Dream for good reason. That dude was a dream to play with and a nightmare for opponents.
From 17 feet out, will not go. This is off the front out.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
Now, here is Smith. There's Abrines. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all. Particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
Smith against Paul. And it's Abrines in the corner. Good on the triple. Abrines has got 5.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off. So why not?
Pass to Capella. Over in the corner, Green. Lob pass to Capella. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touch by Holt. Let's take a moment to see the squads that have been the most dominant on the glass this season. In third, the Rockets.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Siakam is checked in for Robinson, and it's Holiday in for Alex Abrines. Now, here is Smith. Here's Koufos. Got it. Good job in the low post.
How quickly he went up with the shot, realizing that his man had no chance.
Here's Silva. That's short off the rim.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense. Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well. It's not that in the way.
And he gets to the ball as they call the throw. He's on his way to the line for 9 more.
Dennis Smith wouldn't even matter. I mean, you can bite him up, but he still finds ways to score despite getting whacked.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Beavers checked in. Houston also making some changes. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Capella. Ellis comes in for James Harden. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Paul. Now here's Smith. And that's Harden.
I like the fact that Smith is very quick to foot, gets into the lane easily, and then finishes really well around the rim.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is several folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Silva. There's the screen. Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 9.
Smith is so good, Kevin, at shaking up defenders when he's operating in the screen and roll.
Offensive rebound. The layup off target.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Gary's in from 3-point range.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
And that one hits back out.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Often modern NBA players will get criticized for not being sound enough with their fundamentals. Clark, do you feel that's a fair statement?
I really don't. I think it's a bit of an overreach. You know, we all have revisionist history. Things were always better in our past than they are currently. I mean, the stories get better as we get older is one of the ways I've heard it framed. I think the players are more athletic, and because they play growing up in more structured environments, I think sometimes they don't get the same nuances and feel for the game that you would get from just playing organically. But I still think fundamentally the players are quite good, and I do think that's a bit of a reach as a sweeping statement that they're not as sound fundamentally today as they were back.
Back at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Weaver. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Houston leading by 6. And that one clearly gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
I'll tell you one thing. They've cashed in a lot of second chance opportunities here in the first half.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
And so it's Dallas with it. There's the pick. There's the chase. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Holiday. Here's Koufos. Banked in off the glass. Kutas has got his second basket of the night.
It was a very aggressive first quarter. He's creating good opportunity and converting those that he creates.
Chandler, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And so it's Dallas with it. They trail by 6. Is covered by Silva. Lucas. It doesn't go for him. Chandler with the defensive effort. Gets it to go. That one good from Silva. He's got 27.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Brett.
They set the pick. Here's Chase. And a miss there on the triple. Rockets leading by 8. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Thank you, Billy. Well, Dallas' head coach and I did get a chance to talk. I asked him about the challenge of playing against a team that's so smart and under control on offense. And he said they really do a terrific job of execution. No miscues or missteps. We need to be just as disciplined if we're going to get the upper hand. And since they're down 1-0 in the season series,
Good job, David. So they know how dangerous this team can be if they get on a roll.
And that means contesting every single shot. It's going to take a lot of effort indeed, but they can't give up those easy baskets.
Without question, you're right on top of it, Greg, because if you do allow this team to get rolling and get into a groove, you can forget about slowing them down.
Chandler with the rebound.
And that's solid defense, rock solid. Contesting without jamming. Well done.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with this game.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Ryan Anderson is checked in for Montrezl Harrell.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Exactly. I mean, that's what's helped them build this early lead.
Now, here's Kufis. He's guarded by Chandler. They set the pick. And now it hands it in the corner. Defensive rebound. Here's Kufis. Nice D from Chandler.
That layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Rockets on top, up by 9. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment.
Haven't done like Shaq.
And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
Harrison Barnes. 82 mid-range, 78 3-pointers, 78 inside. I have to, come on, the control, ball control ball. 66, 65 post defense, rebound 69 for 50.
Rockets leading by 10. So on the floor for Houston. Paul and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with Green, and it's Silva in at the 3. And here we go. Smith's got it. That's no chance. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist total, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
He feeds it to Barnes. Rejected by Silva. From deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the Mavericks, Clark, certainly lived up to the name. They've never been scared to break the mold.
Exactly. And you like that about them. You respect it. They were taking threes in volume before everybody else. Now as the league follows suit, they go back to the mid-range game, not content to be followers. They want to be trendsetters.
He buries it from three-point range.
Boy, the floor awareness of Chris Paul. Got to respect that. I mean, whenever one of his guys is open, he's getting the ball to him quickly and on time.
Lang dishes the Barnes. In the corner, Smith with it. And they come right back with their own three-point. Smith's got 12 points in the game. Houston leading by 15. Paul passes to Harden. Here's Silva. Here's Capella. The Mavericks pull it in. They host the Clippers after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Smith with it. He's got 12. Nobody near Barnes. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
They're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing.
To make up. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Mavericks making a switch here. Kufas is checked in. Smith picks to Abrinas. Screen by Smith. Abrinas the pass to Barnes. Off the mark and a chance to trim it to single digits.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more. Well, you look at a player of Harden's ability, and a couple of things stand out for me. One is his competitive spirit. He's understated, but he's very competitive. He doesn't take nights off. He's a guy who really takes pride in showing up and playing every game.
And to illustrate Harden's competitive nature, last season he famously said, I just want to hoop. I'll rest when I'm done. That's exactly what you want to hear from your team leader.
Yeah, you love hearing that. Owning the responsibility of leading and showing up all the time. And Harden, heavily depended upon by his team, gives you everything he has every night. Not super flashy, but very competitive and driven.
And so he draws the foul on the shot clock, trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know, Harrison Barnes, guys, actually asked to become more of an isolation go-to scoring down. And remember at Golden State, he kind of struggled in that role, but he's shown so much more confidence and comfort in creating his own shot this time around. I think he's embraced that role well.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Dallas calls timeout. And the knock on Harrison Barnes was that he lacked the ball handling and fluidity to create off the bounce.
And, you know, Barnes, to his credit, didn't deny it. I mean, instead, he went to work. He's focused on staying low and steady guys like Paul Pierce, learning how to get to this spot.
Here's Abrinas, guarded by Harden. 13 feet away. Offensive rebound. Robinson. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle, too.
Really active down there, imposing his will and force and seeing his efforts pay off.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. We know that getting to the free throw line is almost a skill unto itself, Clark. Which players are elite in your mind in their ability to draw contact?
Well, Kevin, one of the first guys that comes to mind is James Harden, and Russell Westbrook would be another. So good at attacking the defense, putting their bodies into the defender, and because of that, they make it hard for the defenders to guard them without fouling. But those two guys come to mind right away in having that skill of drawing fouls.
Here's Silva. Abrinas with a rebound.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution. Just didn't knock it down. But you're right. They're happy with that shot.
Wilson. Here's Kufis. Pistons pulls up as they finally hit a shot. Kufis has got 6.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
I tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
On the wing, Barnes. Now, here's Kufis, guarded closely. Barnes can't get it to go.
He's been wayward and just off about everything he's put up in this period.
Silva, covered by Barnes, shoots a fader. All good from Silva. Mavericks trail by 12. It's stolen by Capella. Silva, covered by Barnes, and once more he gets it. Another bucket from Silva.
Just continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now, doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Abrines with the bucket. Abrines has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Rockets leading by 12. Silva, covered by Barnes. Here's Capella. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Now the pass to Abrines. Robinson a screen on Harden. Screen by Smith. Abrines kicks to Barnes. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They led by as many as 18 points.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And it's time for an injury report. You've got a chance now to catch up on Eric Gordon's status. David.
Unfortunately, it does not look good at all. And, of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time as they're getting ready for the end of the season.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, and if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Barnes kicks to Smith. Back to Barnes. Trying his luck deep. Next on the free ball. Barnes has got 10 points in the game.
And started hot, and he's only got 1.
No good from Silva.
Well, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Smith against Paul. And taken away by Paul. Silva covered by Barnes. 30 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
And a nice job of utilizing his body to get around the defender, but that's just a tough one to knock down consistently.
Throws it from outside.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Here's Silva. Sinks the three-pointer.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Smith, the pass to Abrines. They set the pick. Here's Barnes. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
That's good off. Shot didn't go down. But they'll live with that.
And so it's Houston. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Got a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, scoring has not been an issue. How are you getting those looks that you want?
I appreciate it, D.A. You know, my teammates have done a great job of finding me whenever I get a gap in space. I know as long as I keep moving, I keep hustling, they'll set me up in a position to score. And, fortunately, I've been able to get a few to fall in my way.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands. We'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Really an incredible game from Silva.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Yeah, and you know what? I like the fact that he's staying in aggressive attack mode. I mean, forcing the issue, making the defense foul.
They've got Smith. Robinson is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Alex Len. And it's Abrinas in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Here's Barnes. Again, the Mavericks score.
Like his mid-range game, Barnes incredibly lethal from the mid-range. When he's got room to shoot, he doesn't hesitate.
Here's Silva. Len grabs the board. Len's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Smith kicks to Len. Abrinas the pass to Robinson. Second chance effort. That one doesn't drop. And it's Houston the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Up next for the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stint. Smith with it. He's picked up by Paul. Barnes kicks to left. Here's the screen. Feeds to Smith. And it's off from 3-point range. Houston leading by 13.
You know, one of the great strengths of Coach D'Antoni, to me, Kevin, is he really gives his players a lot of confidence. And his philosophy really clicks with players. They're comfortable playing for him. They know their responsibilities, and they play hard for D'Antoni.
Land against Green. Smith for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this game.
And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Rockets.
And it's really been a big night for that backcourt. They've given their guards as much freedom as they want, and over again, those guys have come through.
Barnes sets a screen for Smith. The 3. That 3-pointer is right on target. Smith's got 15.
I like seeing Smith catching fire. I mean, he's really good at getting in the lane off the dribble, but he can catch and fire. That's even better.
Silva. And that one goes home.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
Smith kicks to Robinson. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 5 assists in the game.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. There's only so much he can do. I'll tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
Gets it loose. And it's Houston on the break. Green leading the charge. Another miss by Houston.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Rockets leading by 10. Here's Silva. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
And the Mavericks call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this time out also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time in their career. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Catching up in the changes for Houston. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Capella. Wells comes in for James Harden. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Paul.
Wells is so good at figuring out ways to score in the paint. You've got to respect his game inside.
Here's Dinwiddie, guarded by Holiday. Dinwiddie with the bucket. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Defensively, they've played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggression.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And if that doesn't get you fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg just with the tactical order, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And Clark, when you think back to your career, what do you miss the most about playing in the National Basketball Association?
Well, you know, for me, Kevin, because my career was cut short due to injury, I missed the opportunity to see how good I could have been on a winning team, on a playoff team. Back in the early 80s, the Pacers were building towards that, and I never got a chance to be part of a playoff team. And the camaraderie you establish in going through the shared misery and joy of competing is something that's special and unique to sports, and you really don't find it in any other venue.
Silva. Siakam pulls it in.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
When he's got that kind of position, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
Here's Silva. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. While we have the chance, we like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. The Rockets, number 1.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor. They're still struggling to find the bottom of the net from three-point range this half. They were much better in the first. And great effort on the boards. And what a move that was, Kevin. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around moving to get to the phone. No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that's another three. And it really, if their defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out here like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad situation.
Holiday left side. Here's the screen. Shot clock at 6. He kicks to Land. For Anderson. Land's shot is off. Houston leading by 18. Land soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Gotta respect
these guys who reach 98 or 99. Maybe perhaps in the playground, play with friends. They combine like that. Let me do the alley-oop for my friend, and let me I know. Fix like fix games. Yeah.
How attentive to detail Wells is. I mean, he's excellent at feeling when one of his guys has a clean look.
Chase the pass to Land. Lets it go. Again, the Mavericks score. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. A shot, no good.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the deep credit, did just enough to force him to come it down. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Passes it to Chase. Playing a screen. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Outside Holiday. Another three for Dallas.
You know, Holiday has a gorgeous touch from outside. He's a deadly shooter, an absolute laser when you give him space to fire.
The shot's good from Silva.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Pass to Siakam. Over Anderson. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, he doesn't waste too many of those chances close to the basket.
Houston leading by 18. To the middle. Here's Wells. Oh, that's blocked. Weaver. Over by Silva. Shoots. And the shot no good. A bit short. And for Houston, they're shooting 48% from the field as a team in this third quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Silva. Here's Dinwiddie. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. No good from Silva.
And you know what? You can't get him from the screen. Brings it up beautifully, but he just fails.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen. Got in the space he needed.
The Mavericks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Rufus checked in for Lane. And then for Houston, Harrell comes in for Chandler. And Paul subbed in for Dinwiddie. The shot's good from Silva.
And love how Paul seeks out his teammates. Superb at slicing the D to pieces with his passes.
Pass to Chase. There's the pick. The pass to Siakam. Over Anderson. And the shot goes in from Siakam. Siakam's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Got that one up quick.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Passes it to Weaver. And Dallas again with the bucket.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
The shot's good from Silva.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Off the pick. The shot will not fall. And the Rockets take it the other way. Lets it go with the 3. Harrell, the pass to Silva. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And a chance here to look at the numbers. 11 points, 10 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving, and of course, finds the open man.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Wells. Back to Kupis. Smith against Paul. And it's Smith missing. It's leading by 23.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
And Smith gets double teamed. Holiday, no one around him. That's really the assist that time from Smith. Holiday's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Mavericks. Silva. Another miss by Houston. And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing. Like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
There's 42 seconds left in the third. Silva. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 17. Pass to Weaver. Barnes outside. They'll double him with Harrell. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Harrell. 6 to shoot. Shot off the screen. Barnes can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better.
With 4 seconds on the clock, and that one drops for him. Barnes has got 14.
Now, I don't appreciate how high Barnes keeps the ball, because that doesn't allow the defense a chance to alter his shot because he's got it extended and up high.
And so it's Houston riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And more than anything, their three-point shooting is what sparked them. A fantastic night from long range so far. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Average trail by 15. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. The two pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Michael Green is out there with Hero, and it's Silva in at the 3, the small forward. And for Houston, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. And the layup falls. And the Rockets lead by 17.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Outside, Green. The pass to Silva. Unable to get that one. Good deep by Barnes. Abrinas gets to Smith. On the wing, Barnes. Goofus dishes to Barnes. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. No good from Silva. Barnes outside. Paul with the steal. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
It's good from Barnes on the assist by Smith. Smith's got 9 assists now tonight.
Boy, good job firing the pass inside there. I mean, all his teammate had to do was catch and finish.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Smith drawing the double team. It's rebounded by Houston. Harrell's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Silva, the baseline jumper goes down.
Outstanding presence of mind. Harden is constantly looking for the open shooter.
Now Smith. Pass to Abrinas. There's a screen by Robinson. Abrinas kicks to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. Smith from the double team. And the layup's good off the deck.
And Smith says, Buck, I'm not going to let the defense overwhelm me. If he's close to the rim, he's going to find a way to score around good defense.
There's the dish to Harrell. No good on that one. Alex Runs checked in for the Mavericks. He doesn't get the second one. Mavericks trail by 15. Smith, the pass to Lamb. Back to Smith. The kick out to Barnes. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Lamb. No good that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. This one for 3. Abrinas with a rebound. Abrinas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. He dishes it to Smith. Now here's Land. That's a 2 from Barnes. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. All the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Rockets making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Barnes with it. Now guarded by Silva. Playing a screen. Right at the free throw line. Doesn't go Excellent D there from Silva. Good try by Green. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Len with a screen on Paul. Robinson kicks to Barnes. Dishes at the Len. Baseline jumper. And James Harden with the rebound. Harden's got 8 rebounds in this game. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Paul. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 4 assists now tonight.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and hitting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Here's Silva. Rejected by Len. Smith kicks to Len. Takes the 13-footer and Harrison Barnes again. Barnes has got 20 points.
Decision-making of Barnes is really solid. Knows he has the green light to fire as soon as he catches the pass, and that's what he does.
Here's Silva. A 3-pointer, no good.
I'll tell you what, he's doing his best to contribute, but he's been out of sync, out of rhythm. Luckily, this team still is in front.
Rockets leading by 16. From deep, the long-distance 3 is Barry.
I mean, what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
And here's Smith. Len with a screen on Paul. Smith kicks to Len. 9 feet out. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Room service dimes are fun to watch coming from Dennis Smith. An unselfish point guard and a solid passer.
On the wing, Harden. Pass to Silva. And some nice passing there by Houston. Over Barnes. No good from Silva for Dallas. They've gone to the fourth quarter shooting 50%. 7 of 14. Here's Smith. And the call will go against Thomas Robinson. That'll be his second foul of the game for the Rockets. Clint Capella comes in for Chandler. And Wells is subbed in for James Harden. Paul passes to Silva. And there's the feed to Capella. He gets that one. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 17 rebounds. Mavericks trailed by 19. On the wing, Barnes. Kicks it to Len. Back to Barnes. Smith with it. He feeds it to Len. There's the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Smith. Smith missing again. Houston leading by 19 points. That's a 2 from Paul. And as Robinson comes up with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. There's a Brutus. And it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Elbow shot is on the way. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
And the shot is good from Silva.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from D.
And knocking down a bunch of them, too. Outstanding shooting in this fourth quarter.
Smith dishes the Len. Smith sets the pick for Len. On the wing, Barnes. Nailed from 3-point line. Barnes has got 9 points in the quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And they pick up 2.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Mavericks trailed by 19. In the corner, it's Robinson. Here's the teardrop. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And that's 13 points for Robinson.
A lot of guys have great vision, but they're not always willing passers. Not the case with Smith. Very unselfish and aware of keeping his teammates involved. The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
On the wing, Barnes. Only by Silva. It's good. Barnes has got 15 points here in the second half.
Barnes taking over on offense, Kevin. He's feeling like, hey, nobody on defense can handle me. Sensational.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
And Clark, the topic of the need for league parity is something that's come up the last few years. Is that necessary for a healthy NBA?
I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, you can have it both ways. You can have tremendous popularity and success when you have a dominant team or two or three. And you can also have it when there's great competitive balance. Currently, we have a circumstance and situation where the league is top-heavy in terms of championship contenders. But that won't last forever. And there will be a graduating back to a more competitive balance in time. So I think you enjoy the ride for what it is in the season and seasons that you have, whichever side of that coin you have. Boy, Kevin, he just clanked that one. I mean, surprising because the defense wasn't really in the picture.
Basket good.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Holiday kicks to Barnes. Robinson passes to Len. And Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Feeds to Paul. Pass to Silva. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And Holiday kicks to Abrinas. Now the pass to Len. There's a good screen. Holiday inside the line. It's rebounded by Houston. Green's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Silva, the pass to Green. And some nice passing there by Houston. The dish to Wells. He kicks it to Green. Right wing. Passes it to Silva. Wells in the corner. Silva. Covered by Barnes. And again, shot good from Silva.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
That definitely had a huge role. And this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we're seeing here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so checking out so we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just... What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Miller, this is Kevin Owens saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Fantastic game. Listen, Ernie and the guys want to talk to you at the studio.
Let's do it.
You know the drill.
The 2K Sports post-game show. Shaquille O'Neal to my...
Hey, Shaq here. I love how you were able to take control of the game with your score. Was this a barbecue chicken alert kind of night?
I was just finishing plays that the rest of the team was creating, and you know, when a team has the ball moving around and the offense is flowing like we had tonight, you know, anybody on the team can put up big numbers, and tonight I just happened to be that guy.
Barbecue chicken alert, Ernie. Back to you.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Jet, for the Diesel, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, the entire 2K Sports. That's everyone. Ernie Johnson. Have a wonderful day.
This is my last game. Now I'm going to the bed. Yeah. Tomorrow, my wife is the day off. Yeah, I have to go to the bed to wake early in the morning. And I have to check that comment. Somebody put that. Yeah. Quickly, please.
They say iron sharpens iron. One man sharpens the other. Let's see. Oh no.
Hey, yo, DJ. Nice shoes.
In the end, good kicks always win.
And this is a wrap. Yeah. Now, and with that, that's a wrap. Come on. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
Just lyrical power. Sitting on the corner, sipping for hours. Screaming all together, from evening to sun up. My man away to travel, misdemeanors together. Wrong prejudice, insufficient evidence. Jailhouse legacies, just still relevant. Flickering light inside my project hall. Second in the mic crawl all night long. And 87 organism, many pages I'm written on. Writing songs about racing bars and real cars.